All right, guys. So this morning I had a panic attack, obviously. Thank you to all those who filled me in because I could not fully hear what was being said on the loud speaker that was going around my town. So we have a storm coming. So I just want to blog about some few tips. Many of you, many probably do know these tips. But during times like this, even during quarantine time, um, which I have been doing, this is just a perfect time to speak about it. Supermarkets were going crazy for these things. So let's start with this. What are your most important essentials that you will need during a power outage? Okay. Even if you are in a state of a pandemic like we're going through and so forth, okay? Yes, we need toilet tissue, paper towels, da da da, whatever. You get around that. But number one thing is if you have a power outage, not everyone has gas stoves. Some people have electric stoves. So, number one thing in my mind, I think in a lot of people's minds, bread. You can never, ever, ever go wrong with bread. Have enough bread. I have 3 kids, so bread goes fast in my household. So I will stock up on a lot of bread, which I did. Two, water. Bread and water are two things you can survive and live off of. You can. Um, Make sure you have peanut butter and jelly. Anything that can go on the bread. That doesn't need to be refrigerated or whatever the case may be. You can, some people may say, "Oh, get a container where you can put the ice in or whatever and store your cold foods and stuff in there." That doesn't always work though. It doesn't always work because if there's a storm going on, where are you keeping all this ice and how are you gonna get all this ice in? What if it goes on for more than 2, 3 days and stores are closed and stuff like that? So that really doesn't. I do the pros and the cons. This is how I do. This is how I work because I'm very OCD. I have very bad anxiety and I panic. I do panic during certain things, but my panics do become very essential in they help for me. They work out for me and my family. So that crackers, muffins, things that you can eat, absorb, breaded things that can be stored on the outside and that won't go bad so fast. Those things you can live off of, you can survive off of. Now, people who have gas stoves, my thing would be cook meals that can be made in the dark with candles. So for instance, like I personally when I don't know if anyone remembers back when in October when we had that really bad storm during Halloween, we was living off candles and no electricity. I was cooking spaghetti because I knew spaghetti would last in a pot and I would mix the spaghetti all together and I knew that would be a 2 day meal or even a 1 day meal, lunch, dinner. We had to emphasize either or because that pot can be warmed up. So you want to cook things that could be on the stove and that could be re-warmed up and that you could use throughout the day. Emphasize. That's what you have to do. Flashlights. I mean, I bought a ton of candles, but candles can eventually run out. We don't know how long power outage can be out. Right now, we're not thinking the worst of the worst, but in the future, you don't know. So you have candles, but you get flashlights. Flashlights, stock up on batteries. Stock up on batteries. Those are things people should have been running to do. Those are things for people running to do because as soon as I posted that video that I heard the freaking alarms and all that, oh, I ran in the house, got my sweater, my purse, And I hopped in my fucking car and went to ShopRite and got all that shit. Sure did. Sure did. Then I went to Family Dollar. The police is going to store, even the laundromat, shutting them down, telling them that they have any problems, call them. They're shutting them down. They was taking down their names, their phone numbers to get in contact with them if they had any issues. Like, they're really preparing for whatever is about to happen. And this is the least of the fucking problem. More to, not even the least, more to add to the bullshit we already got going on. Power outage. Do they not want us to know what's going to happen in the next few days with this pandemic? I don't know. I remember speaking about this before in my last blog. Again, for the fourth time, I'm saying this. I said this way before it all happened. What we gonna do when the power go out and we ain't got no electricity and we ain't got no phones and no networks and all this shit? Boom. Here we are. Here we are preparing for that. So those who think, oh, she's going crazy, oh, she's panicking. No, I'm not fucking panicking. I'm being fucking smart. I'm being fucking smart. Even if it doesn't happen, I'm being smart and I'm preparing. I'm preparing. Because if it does happen, I am prepared. I panicked ahead of time. How about that? Better to prepare ahead of time than to panic at the last motherfucking minute when there is nothing available for you and your family. Period. That's all I gotta say. I could say a lot more, but that's all I gotta say. So I hope that was helpful and useful. Anybody out there also lives in Bergen County, Englewood, and ShopRite? Yes, we do know that they had a employee that was sick, and we don't know what's going on. They got time restrictions for the elderly people to shop. They starting to do what Stop and Shop is had did months ago in Teaneck, but they do have, as soon as you walk in, gloves and sanitizer. They have bins and bins of it. So if anyone needs gloves and sanitizer, ShopRite in Englewood, New Jersey has it. So I advise you guys to go out there and get that, because that is one of the essentials that we will need even when this storm is over. And people have been looking for sanitizer and have not been able to find it. So go and get you your gloves and your sanitizer, and they are good prices. So that's it. That's all I have to say about that subject. So you're welcome. Everyone, stay inside. Be safe. My kids and I are charging up all of our things. Oh, last but not least, gas. I filled my tank up. Why? If the power goes out and our devices that we charged up dies, we can charge them from my car. Simple. Gas in your car. Charge devices from your car. So that's another good thing. Sorry, I meant to say that in the beginning, but yeah, that's a good thing.